2K Sports, and to look at the starters for the Knicks. We've got Mikal Bridges. Mitchell Robinson is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby, and it's Hart in at the shooting guard position. And for the Nuggets, Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the small forward position. Murray's shot is good. Grant, one thing these teams have in common, they are great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game. Setting an aggressive tone early, challenging the heart of that defense.
Murray passes to Jokic. Robinson with a steal. Murray against Anunoby. Pass to Towns. No good with the triple. Murray with it. This one for three. Kept alive. Jokic passes to Watson. Outside Murray. Shot clock at 5. Here's Brown. The three is up. It's hauled in by Robinson. Anunoby with it. Checked by Murray. And it's powered home by Towns.
And just so great to see a big man busted up the court like Towns here. I mean, getting into position for the points on the move. Wow, incredible.
Jokic with a screen on Anunoby. Murray. Pass to Jokic. Here's Brown. Back to Jokic. Towns with a rebound.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
Now here's Murray. Gordon with a screen on Bridges. And here's Murray. No good on the shot. Good work defensively by Robinson. Now let's find out what head coach David Adelman had to say. Allie LaForce.
He got into it about his strategy against Karl Anthony Towns. These modern bigs are tough to stop, he told me, and went on to say, I'm hoping we can just force him to take bad shots, not the ones that he wants. I'll settle for that. So they're looking to disrupt Cat's selections and keep him from his spots, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Here's Murray, following the bucket by the Knicks. Pass to Brown. To in the cold spell. Fires in the triple.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Towns is screen on Murray to the left side wing. Robinson with it. Drives to the hoop. Bridges outside. Back to Robinson. Stolen by Jokic. Here's Brown. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. Now here's Murray. Outside Watson. Hard with the defensive effort.
Might like a do-over there. Quality look inside.
Down low. Out to Bridges. Let's go with a three. Denver grabs the miss. Here's Brown. He's covered by Hart. 44 seconds left in the first quarter here. Gordon, the pass to Watson. Over Bridges. And it's Watson missing. New York leading by 3. Bridges outside. Fires the 3. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 4th rebound in this one. And he banks in the layup. There's 14 seconds left in the first. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. And it's blocked. From deep. No good on the buzzer beater. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
So here are the 5 for New York as they start the second. Mitchell Robinson is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Josh Hart, and it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. Bridges misses. The Nuggets trail. Will stand perhaps the best home court advantage in the league is right here in Denver, a mile above sea level.
And Brian, they don't let you forget it. Everywhere you go, you see signs, 5,280. Sometimes they even have it on their uniform, on the court, on signs in the locker room. They want you to know that you're at elevation and it's going to be difficult.
Fatigue is always a factor in Denver. And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Grant.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
KBA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and the absence of skill deficiencies. Brian, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
Here's Brown. He has 6. Puts up a 3. Here's Jokic. Oh, what a slam from the big man, Jokic.
So listen, I mean, whether you put a body on Jokic or you don't, he will sneak in there for a second chance opportunity.
Bridges. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got 8 rebounds in the game. Murray against Bridges. Pass to Brown. Back to Jokic. They kick it out to Murray. He takes it in. Shoots over Bridges. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Coach, another guy that symbolizes the rise of Canadian basketball, Jamal Murray. What an impact he's making.
Yeah, Brian, I'd say even more than just making an impact. This Canadian guard can actually carry an offense on his own at times.
Now here's Bridges. He has 7. Launches a 3. He drops it from range. Bridges has got 10 points in the game.
Oh, productive from back there. Bridges showing the range.
Murray passes to Jokic. Pass to Watson. Jokic with a screen on Bridges. And it's Watson missing. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. Now here's Towns. Back to Bridges. Towns, a screen on Jokic. Bridges passes to Towns. And again, New York with the triple.
And that's what makes Towns so dangerous offensively. He's a threat even when he's playing off the ball.
Jokic with a screen on Hart. Here's Brown. He's covered by Hart. Brown's shot is good. Give him 8 points now.
Whew, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Outside Anunoby. A minute and a half left to play in the half. Screen by Robinson. Lets it go from the wing. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. For Denver, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Here's Murray. He can't get that one to fall. Hart with the defensive effort. Bridges outside. 1:05 left in the second quarter. Screen by Robinson. Bridges on the attack. Tries again. Outside Anunoby. Excellent defense there from Watson. Denver has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Murray from outside. That one falls. His second make in 5 attempts.
You have to watch Murray closely at the perimeter. He won't hesitate to flex his range.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's Bridges on the wing. He's got 10. Here's Towns into the lane. Robinson against Jokic. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. There's 6 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Here's Murray. Hart with the defensive effort.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
And we're through the first half. Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot.
If you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Boy, you look at Mikal Bridges. What a contribution.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Dario Saric is out there with Michael Porter. Then it's Zeke Naji. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Strother in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Denver in the lead. Westbrook outside. Saric goes in. And Saric throws it down.
And if the defense leaves a man open, Westbrook will find him. Russell's floor awareness helps him rack up the assist.
Achua with a screen on Westbrook. Left side Tucker. Westbrook against Brunson. 6 to shoot. Count the basket and the foul. It goes on Russell Westbrook.
And I like it. I mean, using the strong frame, Brunson pushes through the foul and sinks the shot.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
He did a lot of damage at the free throw line in their last game.
Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A.
Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
Denver shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. Coach, after 3 back surgeries in 5 years, it is truly amazing that Michael Porter Jr. is still playing at all.
Yeah, it really is, Brian. And for him to get back to playing at the highest level, he has really stuck with it. And you've got to admire his mental and physical toughness.
Back to right. Here's Tucker. Off target from outside. Denver has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Saric outside. Westbrook right side. Here's Najee. Banked it in off the glass.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Now here's Achua. No made baskets yet. Achua with a screen on Westbrook. And there's the rejection. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And Brunson gets it to go. The Nuggets have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Pass to Strother. Porter with a screen on Brunson. And here's Porter. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
And this is how you execute through contact. Porter Jr. outworking the defense in style.
Tucker, the pass to Brunson. Tucker with a screen on Westbrook. And Brunson, here we go. Back to Tucker. Outside Achua. 4 on the clock. Right, the open look. It's hauled in by Saric. Denver leading by 3. Right side, Porter.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Stan, you've coached some great defensive anchors in your time. Who do you view as the best in the game today?
Well, Brian, you probably have to start with Rudy Gobert, but we've got guys like Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, and then we've got 2 young ones coming up that could be as good as we've seen in Wemby and Chet Holmgren.
And moving like a guard in a forward's body, Porter Jr. is a lot to handle.
Brunson against Westbrook. Out to the wing. There's the triple. And again, the Knicks missing. The Nuggets have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Here's Najee. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And they're playing rock-solid basketball right now. Really starting to see that lead grow.
Well, that third quarter is when you want to increase your lead. Really building it up before that final quarter.
Back to Brunson. Brunson, so confident at the rim.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
Here's Strother. Brunson defending. Yep, count it. There's 38 seconds left in the third. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Pass to Tucker. Back to Brunson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Brunson's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Here's Porter. Here he goes. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
The quickness of Porter Jr.'s drive gives him the edge there. Defenses just can't react fast enough.
And here's Brunson from the arc. And so it's the Denver Nuggets closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth, they've got Josh Hart. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Mitchell Robinson, and it's Bridges in at the point. Anunoby for three. Second shot opportunity, and there's a nice layup by Robinson.
Good things come to those who hustle. He creates the second chance opportunity.
Here's Brown. He's covered by Hart. From outside the arc, Brown's shot is good.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
You got to enjoy watching Bridges take over. Games like this prove how lethal he can be.
And there's a pick. Pass to Brown. Now Jokic, beyond the arc, and another three for Denver.
Zero hesitation from Jokic, just so confident in his skills.
Bridges outside. Give him that one. Now shooting 5 for 11 from the floor.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Here's Brown. He's covered by Hart. Pass to Jokic for three. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Bridges outside. Screen by Robinson. Bridges passes to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Nice pass by Bridges. Just keeping his options open out there.
Pass to Jokic. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Knicks trail by 7. Anunoby on the wing. Driving inside. And the layup is good off the glass.
Yeah, making the smart pass there. I mean, Bridges doesn't just hold the ball.
Outside Murray. Pass to Brown. Gordon with a screen on Hart. To the middle. And Gordon with the big finish.
Oh, the crazy athleticism of Gordon. It makes him a great option in pick-and-roll action.
Bridges with it. He's against Watson. Here's Robinson. Back to Bridges. It's good. He's 6 for 12 from the floor.
And they call his number, and Bridges answers, not intimidated at all by the big moment.
Jokic with a screen on Hart. Brown's shot is good. Brown's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Want to score in the NBA? Knicks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Screen by Robinson. For three, Bridges. It's down. His 7th make in 13 attempts today.
Yeah, picking his spots. Bridges does a great job of letting the game come to him.
Pass to Brown. We've got 1:13 left in the game. Driving to the basket. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Cash. And now they trail by just 4.
And if you're wondering why the score is so high, look to the defense being played. Not good.
Not a lot of resistance, and trying to just outscore other teams, generally not the best recipe for long-term success.
Pass to Brown. The Nuggets need to get one up. Look at Jokic going to work inside.
It's almost too easy for Jokic inside. His size and soft touch make short work of the shot.
Kicks it out to Anunoby. Towns with the ball. Back to Anunoby. Fires for 3. It falls! What a beautiful shot! Brings him within 3. Leaps for it, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
Here's Brown, and they go to the intentional foul.
That's just poor clock management defensively.
Second team foul.
He gets the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion.
Taking 2 shots.
And so both free throws good, and it's a 5-point game.
Huge moment. He steps up and sinks the final daggers.
New York calls timeout. They're down by 5. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
Searching for a fast bucket, then a way to stretch things out.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
Hart can't hit. And so it's Denver with the W. All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForge.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the face.
Court. In tonight's game, what are you watching closely?
Well, the thing that jumps out at me, Kevin, is the guard matchup. I mean, both teams have tremendous backcourts, and I really think whoever is able to win or control that battle is going to win the game.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. They've got Jimmy Butler. Stephen Curry's out there with Peyton. And it's Green. And it's Post in at the 5 spot. Here's Gordon. Pass to Jokic. To the right side. Jokic with his screen on Curry. Here's Watson. The rebound by Post. On the wing, Payton. He's covered by Murray. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And here are the Warriors now. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Watson inside. Curry meets him. Watson's shot is good.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
Pass to Brown. Gordon with a screen on Curry. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Briefly spoke with David Adelman, and we talked about facing off against Jimmy Butler. The coach said you have to compete. No one in the league plays harder than Jimmy. He's a guy who gives his all on both ends, so you can't take one possession off. Jimmy Butler, truly a two-way star. Guys?
Thanks, David.
That tenacity on the drive. Murray is at his absolute best when he's in attack mode.
Curry looking it over. They set the pick from outside the arc. Jokic grabs the miss. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Gordon dishes to Murray. Gordon against Payton. And it's Gordon missing.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
A rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Here's Brown. Guarded by Curry. From the arc. Sinks the three-pointer. Brown's got 6 points.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Curry wide open, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. He has 6.
And you got the feeling that was coming. Curry loves coming back with a 3 of his own. And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
And Joker doesn't get up too often, but when he slams it down, it feels like he's trying to bring the basket with him.
And that one, good.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Jokic with his screen on Curry. Here's Brown. Here he goes. Chalk up 2 there.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Warriors trail by 6. Outside Curry. There's a screen. Out to Payton. And Payton throws it down.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Poked loose. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. The Nuggets leading by 4. Here's Brown. He's got 10. Drops in the tray. Curry with it. Gets it off. And so it's the Denver Nuggets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
They've been so aggressive, going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. The 4 and the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Watson in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Outside Butler. And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
It's Curry outside, and it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got 4 rebounds in this game. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted, but there's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. He's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report. Outside for Murray. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Outside, Payton. Outside, Green. Butler in the corner. 5 to shoot. From past the arc. Oh, Butler draining the 3. Clark, we've got some incredible talents in this league, and you know how skilled big men are today. Wow, it is something to watch.
It really is, Kevin. I mean, you almost feel like every 7-footer in the league is a capable perimeter shooter that can consistently make threes. Man, the game has certainly changed, and I actually enjoy it. I mean, the evolution of big guys being able to stroke it that consistently is pretty fun to watch.
Outside Curry. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Brown. Guarded by Curry. Gordon pass to Jokic. Denver passing it around. Plenty of space. Buries the jump shot. Jokic has got the lead up to 9 now for Denver.
That high release of the Joker, if you're defending him, you better stay home.
There's a good screen. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. 11-point game. Jamal Murray is still an elite scorer. And Clark, he has fought through so many injuries.
And it's remarkable that he's as explosive off the bounce as he is after the injuries that he's dealt with. His ability to create a shot, especially at crunch time, one of the best in the league. The pull-up jumper, the teardrop, and the 3. He's got all of those.
Outside, Green. Shot to stop the run. Misses the layup. The Nuggets leading by 13. Takes a three. No good on the shot.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Denver's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Watson's shot is good.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Drills the three-pointer. Watson's got 7 points in the game.
Like the presence of mind displayed there by Gordon. He plays well within the offensive sets and is really a selfless player.
Curry is inside. Watson's there. Here's Post. Just 5 to shoot. Count it.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Second team foul.
Denver leading by 15. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And it's Gary Payton the second with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And stolen by Butler. They're running. Here's Payton. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
Butler draws the attention and kicks to a teammate. Perfection.
Here's Brown. Guarded by Kerr. Plays it up off the glass. Brown's got 19 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And here's Green outside, and the first half is now in the books. Nuggets lead by 15. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. The Nuggets leading by 15. So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Trace Jackson-Davis. Buddy Hield is out there with Pajemski. Then there's Moody. And it's Kuminga in at the power forward position. The Warriors shooting in this game 45%. In the corner, Moody with it. Back to Pajemski. And he slams it one-handed.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Yeah, really good sign for them offensively. They should keep getting him touches. Make sure he gets shots here.
Pass to Jackson-Davis. Now, here's Moody. Just 4 to shoot. Back to Jackson-Davis. And the Nuggets pushing it up now, all alone. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Well, Michael Porter Jr. is one of the premier shooters in the NBA.
And that size that he brings to that sweet stroke makes it hard to get to a shot. 6'10", shoots it with confidence, shoots it with great fluidity. And, man, is he special. And he's worked through some injury trouble early in his career. And now he's one of the more lethal front court players in the league on the perimeter.
Here's the screen. And the layup's good off the glass.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Nice move. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Love it when Westbrook takes it right at the defense like that, strong, and then finishes as well.
The Nuggets shooting their second free throw attempt on the night.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
And I know the free throw shooting is an area they focused on improving coming into this season.
Hits the three-point bomb.
A very efficient range shooter. You expect Hill to take these shots.
There's a screen by Porter. This one for three. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Warriors trail by 18. In the corner, Moody with it. Another three for Golden State.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA 65 games requirement for postseason awards has drawn some criticism. But Adam Silver says, ultimately, this is about the fans and putting the best product forward. Load management was not working for us. This is having the desired effect. The guys are out on the floor. Kevin?
Yeah, they want to be on the floor, right? Keep them tuning in. Good stuff, D.A. Thank you. Here's Najee. The rebound by Hill. Warriors trail by 15. And Westbrook, here we go. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
Man, I tell you what, one of the things I love about Westbrook is the ferocity with which he attacks the rack. When he's driving inside, he's trying to punish the defender and the basket.
Here's Moody to the left wing. And Jackson Davis gets it to go.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
There's a screen by Porter. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Porter's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, you must respect Porter Jr.'s scoring ability. I mean, he is terrific connecting from the mid-range.
Now Podziemski. Healed outside. Here's Kuminga, and it's blocked. Knocked away. Pass to Podziemski. The three. Hits it from three-point range. Podziemski's got 7 points.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Outside Porter. Shot clock at 6. Charge trying to break free, and that one's good by Porter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets with a sizable lead as the... And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Warriors trail by 16. Before in the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And Jokic slams it in.
And the clever passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the court.
The drive by Green. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Murray kicks to Watson. Pass to Brown. Gordon a screen. 5 on the clock. Fires from the wing. The Warriors pull it in.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time. Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Here's Brown. Guarded by Kerr. Here's Brown. Lets it go from deep. Here's Jokic. There's Jokic being aggressive inside.
A guy who always seems to be in the right place at the right time. Jokic on top of that one.
Pass to post. Curry with it. Now Green defending. Back to Curry. Green with a screen for Curry. Another three for Golden State.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Brown's shot is off.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to post. And they're on the break. And Watson has it in the corner. Sinks the triple. And the Nuggets lead by 15. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace. And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Outside Curry. The kick outside to Butler. Clock at 6. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, you know, right there in that instance, you could see where Murray was able to take advantage of his size in that situation.
And so Murray nails both of them. And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core. And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Nuggets.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
Here's Brown. Guarded by Kerr. Takes the three. The Nuggets with another miss. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. They trail by 16. The tray. Another three for Golden State.
For 3.
34 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Brown. Guarded by Kerr. Three-pointer. Brown's shot is off. Outside Butler. No good on the triple. Here's Brown. There's Gordon with the three. The rebound by Post. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown. All right, DA, thanks again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg.
up. Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. They've got Stephen Curry, Jimmy Butler out there with Draymond Green. Then there's Gary Payton II, and it's Post in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Knicks, we've got OG Anunoby. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Hart in at the shooting guard position. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
Yeah, that is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, the team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
Bridges feeling it out a little bit. And he lays it up and in.
Yeah, relentless worker. Bridges, so tough inside.
And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. Outside Payton. Pass to Butler. Here's Post. And he drives in. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes.
Just taking it right to the rim. And no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Butler with a steal. The floater. That shot off the mark. Nice D from Bridges. Here we go, one-on-one. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Tom Thibodeau gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him specifically about Stephen Curry and what his defensive game plan is for him, and he told me, I just talked with them about communicating out there, especially when the screens are coming. We can't give Steph an inch in those situations. I think it's fair to say we can expect to hear a lot of chatter out there tonight, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. Well, Richard, with the relocations and the floor he covers, Curry is still an anomaly with his conditioning.
Oh, he's got an off-season program that would make other NBA stars tap out, including myself. His conditioning is amongst the best of all time. It wears on you as a defender.
Here's Curry. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
Impeccable touch from Steph.
For New York, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Robinson, a screen on Butler. Bridges passes to Robinson. Back to Bridges. Towns on a screen. Oh, sweet move. Just 5 to shoot from the arc. Deflected. And the Warriors pushing it up now. Here's Post. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Oh, ripped away. Outside Curry. From behind the arc. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Bridges kicks it out. Towns.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Bridges outside. Screen by Robinson. Bridges passes to Robinson. And the foul called on Draymond Green. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Anunoby against Curry. Another shot. And Anunoby gets it to go.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Curry. That one goes in. Curry's got 6.
Not just a jump shooter. Curry is so creative at figuring out little ways to score inside.
Warriors foul.
New York shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Second team foul.
That free throw is good from Anunoby. Richard, it comes as no surprise that Golden State is routinely at the top of the league for made threes.
That's how this team has been constructed. They are custom built to rain threes on you, and we've seen it be very, very effective.
Now here's Curry. He has 6. Green, a screen. Curry looking it over. 4 on the clock. From deep three-point range. From beyond the arc, and then some. He's got 9.
Even a half-court shot is a good shot for Curry. That's how good of a shooter he is.
Bridges with it. Now guarded by Butler. Bridges against Butler. Pass to Hart. Oh, it's stolen. On the wing, Payton. 36 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Offensive rebound. Outside Curry. And the shot's good.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Towns outside. Butler with a steal. In transition, here come the Warriors. That's good from Curry on the assist by Butler.
What focus from Curry on offense so far, doing everything he can to provide a lift for his squad.
Towns finds Hart. Shot to stop the run, and he lays it up and in.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Great shot selection right now. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
Yeah, and also a great job hustling on turnovers and turning them into points. Defense creating offense so far in this one.
So on the floor for Golden State to kick off the second quarter. We've got Green. Gary Payton II is out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's Butler, and it's Post in at the 5 spot.
Unselfish offense leads to Butler getting something in rhythm.
And when we talk about players who impact winning, Draymond Green is high on that list, RJ.
And the amazing thing, his career scoring average is in the single digits. Draymond does it with his passing and directing the defense. It gives his teams energy.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Hart goes in. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on Gary Payton II.
So close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a 3-point opportunity.
Well, Grant, with all the parity and competition in the league today, there's still those teams piling up losses.
Yeah, B.A., and with teams like the Thunder excelling, it's almost like youth is no longer an excuse. But some rebuilds take longer than others.
There's a screen. Bridges against Curry. No good with a layup.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Hart from long range. On target from range. Hart's got 5 points now this quarter.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Curry against Bridges. On the wing, Curry. He's got 14. 5 on the clock. 3-pointer off the mark. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. 4-point game. And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Bridges outside. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City, playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
Knicks trail by 4. Robinson, a screen on Curry. Anunoby for 3. Knocks it down from distance. Anunoby's got 7 points in the game.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
Bridges against Curry. The 3. Oh, Curry stretching the limits. Wow, what a shot.
What a response from Curry. Gotta know he's coming for his revenge.
Anunoby against Curry. Anunoby passes to Towns. Back to Anunoby. And it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That's his 3rd foul so far.
3rd personal foul. 4th team foul.
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Towns a screen on Curry. Anunoby with it. Green picks him up.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hart passes to Anunoby. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Yeah, going right for the iron. Towns muscling his way through.
20.
And that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
1:43 left in the second period.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Outside Robinson.
Warriors foul.
New York shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Personal foul. 5th team foul.
That free throw no good. Remember when people were questioning whether the Warriors were truly a dynasty, RJ?
I do, and that was erased for good with that championship run in 2022. I still think that is Steph's most important championship. That title cemented them as one of the all-time great teams of the last 50 years.
Here's Curry. Curry at the rim.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
Outside Hart. Pass to Bridges. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Curry. And they're running. Ahead. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
Just great awareness from Curry. So good at reading the floor and finding his open teammates.
Three-pointer, Bridges. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his 3rd foul so far.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
For New York, they've gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Towns, a screen on Curry. Kicks it out, Towns. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Right side, Butler. On the wing, Payton. And the ball out of play. The Knicks will have it. And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And Anunoby for 3. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we hit. Okay, Ali, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the 3rd quarter. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Achua is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's DeLon Wright. Then there's Jalen Brunson. And it's Forty in at the center position, filling out the middle. That's the 5 for New York right now.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Hield has bounced around for a while now, but he's still a deadly shooter, Richard.
Hield is the definition of a shooter for hire. He's a mercenary. When he's on the floor, he's looking to pull up from deep. That's what he's paid to do. He's been an elite shooter his whole career.
Oh, Kuminga! Top for days!
And this kind of play is only going to grow their lead, holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover.
Brunson misses. The Warriors lead by 6. Pass to Pajemski. Now Hield. 5 to shoot. Pulls it from the corner. Cordy grabs the board. And for the Knicks, they're shooting about 47%. A nice number. Offensive rebound. Here's Achua. Oh, the bucket's good, and he'll have a chance at one more. It's going to go on Moses Moody.
Hard work pays off with a rebound and a bucket. That's just great fundamentals.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Now here's Podziemski. Brunson defending. Knocked loose. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. They set the screen. Six on the shot clock. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Warriors.
Warriors ball.
The Warriors lead by 3. Outside Podziemski. Outside Heel. Back to Podziemski. Three-pointer. Cordy grabs the board.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Here's Wright. Outside Achua. Pass to Brunson. Achua with a screen on Heel. Back to Achua for the tie. New York no good that time either. The Warriors have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Now here's Jackson Davis. The D's right on him. Kuminga with it. There's the 3. Knocks down the triple. Kuminga's got 7 points for the quarter. There's 1:59 left in the third. Healed against Brunson. Here's Cordy. Outside Achua. Pass to Brunson. Achua with a screen on Heel. Back to Achua. Lets it go from deep. Yes. And a nice assist from Brunson. Achua's got 6.
And the find by Brunson, more than capable of running the offense.
Tucker brings a double team.
Warriors lead.
Inside. Here's Kuminga. Shakes him. Back to Jackson Davis. Shot clock at 6. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So, and in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call.
First team foul. Trace Jackson Davis at the line.
The coach's challenge in place. We've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry. They really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
And as tired as they might be after fighting to tie it up, they have all the momentum now to finish this comeback.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
I like how Field meets the defense with energy inside, pushing his shot through the foul and getting it in the air.
Field hits them both. 54 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Here's Brunson. Brunson steams his way inside.
Knifing to the rim with ease. Brunson attacks these open lanes with tenacity.
Outside Podziemski. Clock at 6. Pass to Jackson Davis. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And rejected. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line.
A new lineup here for New York. And some changes here for the Warriors. Bridges against Butler. Anunoby, a screen on Butler. Pass to Anunoby. For the lead. No good. Would have counted had it gone. It's a tie game in New York. And we're coming right back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
That is why he is a point guard in this league. He has the elite passing ability, the vision. You need both to play the point guard.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for Golden State to start the fourth. They've got Gary Payton the second. Draymond Green is out there with Butler. Then there's Stephen Curry, and it's Post in at the 5. Pass to Hart to take the lead. Warriors with the rebound. Green with the ball, and Bridges picks him up defensively. Green gets up and powers it down.
With how much Draymond moves on the offensive end, Green gets a lot of dunk opportunities.
Curry against Anunoby. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And what a comeback. Do they have enough left to maintain this energy and get the win?
They've played with a lot of heart to get back in this, and now they've got the other side on their heels with the game winding down.
Butler, a screen on Bridges. And here's Curry for 3. The Knicks with the rebound. Robinson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Bridges outside. Count it, and 1. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play. It's on Stephen Curry. Well, Richard, he's the Iron Man of the NBA right now. Mikal Bridges takes pride in being available on a nightly basis.
We've all heard it before. The best ability is availability, and Bridges does whatever it takes to not miss games. More teams need to take this mindset.
Oh, Curry, what a tough finish.
Slick move by Curry with the ball, getting the defenders off balance so he can find a shot.
Anunoby against Curry. Outside Anunoby. Towns on a screen. Anunoby passes to Towns. Misses the 3.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
On the wing, Payton. Covered by Towns. The kick out, Curry. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got 7 rebounds in the game. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Bridges finds Anunoby. Outside Robinson. Back to Anunoby. Screen by Robinson. Clock is at 3. Launches it. New York no good that time either. The Warriors have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Here's Payton. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Anunoby for 3. Drains the triple. Anunoby's got 5 points now this quarter.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Curry against Bridges. Outside Curry. Payton with a screen on Bridges. Curry passes to Payton. And again, no good by Golden State.
Questionable shot selection in that three. Not really helping as they try and narrow the deficit.
Outside Robinson. Anunoby with it. Now guarded by Curry. And a big finish by Robinson.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
45-39.
Green with a screen on Bridges. Bridges against Curry. Outside, Green. Back to Curry. Hart pulls it in. The Knicks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Bridges, a screen on Green. Over to the left wing. Towns against Payton. Robinson. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
5th personal foul.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Good on the first. And that makes it a 7-point lead.
At the line, 2 shots.
And he's unable to get the second one. Now the Warriors with it.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
Pass to Payton. The 3 is up. And it's good. And now they trail by just 4.
The all-around game of Butler. He's all about sharing the rock and getting his guys involved.
Now here's Anunoby. Towns, a screen on Curry. Anunoby on the take, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put this.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks. For Richard Jefferson.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mid, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beat. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers.
Welcome, everybody. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. The 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Watson in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Knicks, they've got Achua. Bridges out there with Josh Hart. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Towns in at the 5. One thing, Doris, that should attract a lot of attention in this game, that matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
And so it's the Knicks getting on the board first. Here's Brown. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Bridges. Out to the right wing. Anunoby, a screen on Gordon. The kick out to Anunoby. Achua inside. He's against Gordon. There's a screen by Achua. Here's Anunoby. It's hauled in by Gordon. We play just over a minute here in the first. Brown, the pass to Jokic. Tries again. Pass to Brown. 6 to shoot. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Now, here's Anunoby. And Towns gets it to go.
What a feed to Towns. This guy ready to rise and fire on the catch.
And with each passing season, DB, OG Anunoby seems to keep getting more and more versatile.
You are exactly right, Kevin. What we know unequivocally is this is one of the best cross-positional defenders in the league. One of those guys that's truly capable of guarding 1 to 5. But his willingness to be a three-point threat, an offensive rebound, and put it on the deck is exactly what you're talking about.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Hart against Murray. Hart kicks to Towns. And again, New York with the triple.
Boy, what a pleasure to have a big man who can shoot the basketball like Towns. That's a pretty 3.
Here's Brown. He's guarded by Anunoby. Fires for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Brown's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Nuggets.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now, here's Anunoby. The kick out to Towns. 4 on the clock. And it's Anunoby. That time on the assist by Towns.
I'll tell you, it's 6'8" with elite athleticism. Good luck checking OG Anunoby on the interior.
Inside, Gordon. Oh my goodness! Wow. What a play!
Wow, how about the burst? Aaron Gordon off the floor so fast. Don't sleep on him, gentlemen. You're going to look silly.
Here's Bridges. The kick out to Anunoby. Towns, the screen. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Brown. 8 points for him. I missed that time. Would have put him up.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
Here's Hart following the score by Jamal Murray. Achua finds Bridges. Back to Achua. Pass to Hart. Towns with it. From Downtown. The shot missing. Denver's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. There's a screen by Achua. Anunoby passes to Achua. The kick out to Anunoby. Pass to Hart. Some nice passing by New York here. Bridges outside. Here's Achua. With 1 on the clock. With the clock winding down. And then Karl-Anthony Towns with the jam.
Wow. You're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. It's been all about Karl-Anthony Towns for the Knicks. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for New York.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
And their assist total also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Josh Hart out there with Bridges. And then there's Precious Achua. Then there's Towns. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for New York right now. Towns, the pass to Hart. And stolen by Murray. Pass to Gordon. Here's Brown. Defended by Bridges. On the wing, Murray. It's hauled in by Achua.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Murray against Anunoby. Murray down low. Misses in close. The Knicks leading by 6. The ultimate glue player, Josh Hart. Doris, he plays way bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin. This is the best rebounding guard I've ever seen in my career covering the NBA. Let's remember, he won a national title in college. He's willing to do absolutely anything to help his team win. You want this guy on your side. Well, tremendous understanding right there of Aaron Gordon. In the pick and roll, using size and quick thinking. Nice.
Here's Bridges. Nothing on the board. The kick out to Towns. Just 5 on the clock. A fadeaway. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Brown. He's guarded by Anunoby. A 3-ball. Knicks with the rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds in this game. Now, here's Anunoby. He's guarded closely. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
On the wing, Murray. Gordon with a screen on Bridges. Here's Murray. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
And guys, the hardest shot to block, the floater. And for a guard like Murray, you need that in your arsenal to be successful.
And the call up against Jokic. It's his 3rd foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Murray against Hart.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
6 on the shot clock. Outside, Towns. There's the triple.
And look at how well Jokic uses that size defensively. There with a great contest on the shot. It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what? Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay. How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
The kick out to Towns. Pass to EuroCup. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 3 assists now in this one.
That's excellent awareness from Karl Anthony Towns. Set your teammate up. We know you're a great scorer, Cat.
Outside Gordon. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. That shot missing.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
And the dunk by Towns.
The problem is the defense has now allowed Karl Anthony Towns to establish the rhythm. Now you've got to double him or get it out of his hands because he's cooking right now.
Watson dishes to Gordon. It's good from long range. Gordon's got 5 points in the quarter.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Hart against Murray. Hart, no good. The Nuggets trail by 6. Lob pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, the size is there, but the vertical is what really is eye-popping with Aaron Gordon.
Bridges deciding where to go with it. Towns sets the pick for Bridges. The kick out to Towns. Anunoby has the what a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And give him credit. Good awareness.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
That's the end of the first half with the score. The Knicks, 29. The Nuggets, 23.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
Well, he was putting on a passing clinic in that first half, set up a lot of their mates.
Doing such a great job of orchestrating this offense. I love the way he has been in complete command of the offense.
So on the floor for Denver, we've got Russell Westbrook. Michael Porter's out there with Dario Saric. And it's Strawther in at the 2. Tucker can't get it to go. The Nuggets trail by 6. And a fun run by the Knicks in the playoffs. But Doris, horrible injury luck ended their season.
Kevin, borderline absurd bad luck for injuries. You think about it, Julius Randle goes down in the regular season. And then in the playoffs alone, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, and Bojan Bogdanovic all miss significant time. And who can forget Jalen Brunson getting hurt in that Game 7? Almost unreal bad luck.
Robinson a screen on Porter. Pass to Hakordi. New York needs to get off a shot. They get it back. And then Robinson slams it in.
Well, this is where Mitchell Robinson can make his impact on the offensive end. Get the putback with that verticality.
Left side Westbrook. Going inside, and Wright pulls it down.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
And here's the fast break. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
A nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. This was put in just the right spot. Robinson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, good awareness by Mitchell Robinson. Reads the coverage and capitalizes as a roller.
Here's Strawther. Can't hit from in close. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for New York. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And that one's good. Right.
Boy, DeLon Wright with great range. What a shot.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA is looking for greater parity. For Golden State's Draymond Green said, quite frankly, with this new CBA, dynasties are over. We're the last dynasty you'll be able to speak of because of the way this salary cap was set up. Yes, we'll see. Kevin?
I hope he's not right, but he may be onto something, David. Thank you. The Nuggets shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
The Knicks leading by 8. Pass to Tucker. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Najee. Denver's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Strother. Takes it off the glass. Strother's got his first points in this one.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
2 minutes remaining.
Poked away. Stolen by Westbrook. To the inside. Najee, and it's Denver scoring again.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Right side Robinson. Pass to Tucker. New York moving it around. Now Robinson covered by Sharich, and it's blocked. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Brunson. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. New York shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Porter, a screen on Brunson. Outside Porter. Here's Strother. In the corner, it's Westbrook. There's Porter with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Brunson scanning the floor. To the paint. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Porter. Pass to Strother. Here's Najee. And that one is stuffed right through.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Brunson kicks it to Tucker. Right outside. Now here's Brunson. Here's Tucker. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Tucker's got the lead up to 9 now for the Knicks.
Knicks lead 43-34.
They're outside. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's the Knicks. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Towns. Achua is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Bridges in at the points. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
Well, we know this. Mikal Bridges has the length and hops to score inside. Nicely done.
Murray way outside. Good on the triple.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Towns dishes to Bridges. Bridges double team. The kick out to Towns. Shot clock at 6. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. And the Knicks lead by 11. Murray from deep three-point territory. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. New York's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Kept alive. Out to Bridges. Good, and as this goes to Town. Towns has got 4 assists in the game.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Snatched up. Over to the wing. Watson inside. Defended by Bridges. Achua with it. Bridges outside. There's the 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 14. Softly drops in the floater.
Well, this is the developing part of Aaron Gordon's game. Real improvement as a passer. Look out if he adds that consistently.
Now, here's Bridges. Tight defense on him. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Bridges. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
But you can see the confidence that Mikal Bridges has in himself. This guy's going to take pride in going up strong, forcing the issue, and getting himself to the foul line.
Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, with the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future.
And the Canadian getting up. Murray hammers that one home.
Bridges inside the three-point line. Pass to Hart. Here's Achua. On the wing, Anunoby. Pocket 6. There's a screen by Achua. New York, no good that time either. The Nuggets trail by 11. Watson kicks to Jokic. Now here's Gordon, covered by Achua. It's Jokic inside.
He's so skilled on the interior. Jokic plays with so much force and leverage down low.
Outside, Towns. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Good. Jamal Murray's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And you can't fall asleep against Murray, especially when he's got great interior positioning. The D has got to be better.
Bridges outside. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Knicks.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Karl-Anthony Towns.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Here's Brown. Defended by Bridges. Jokic with the screen on Bridges. Jacks up a 3. Another 3 for Denver. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly. If they just play smart, this game's over.
Towns sets the pick for Bridges. The kick out to Towns. Back to Bridges. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Nuggets ball.
So it's New York picking up the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
A look at the starting group here for Denver. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Watson in at the small forward position. Curry gets the bucket.
A good strategy here from the coaching staff. Put the ball in Curry's hands and see what happens. Usually ends up being pretty good.
Murray passes to Jokic. Back to Murray. Uncovered. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr, and obviously facing Nikola Jokic was the first topic of conversation. Coach told me they don't hand out MVP awards. The Joker is one of the most talented players in league history, and he's 7 feet. It's unreal. In terms of how to stop Jokic, he laughed and said, I don't think anyone has that answer, guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A. It's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
Now here's Peyton. Pass to Curry. Just 5 on the clock. Denver grabs the miss.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Butler with the ball. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And Butler just taking that motion right through contact.
Here's Brown. He's covered by Curry. Brown passes to Watson. Here's Brown, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Outside for Butler. Outside, Green. And here's Curry for 3. It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Oh, got a piece of it. To the inside. Pass to Brown. Puts the move on. It's rebounded by Jimmy Butler.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
To the paint. Fast break. Here come the Nuggets. Here's Watson. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And it's Butler with the ball for the Warriors. Well, Brent, there are only a handful of players in the league with the big game experience of Butler.
Yeah, and those big games, BA, are where he's had some of his best moments. It's been on several different teams as well. So the bigger the game gets, the bigger Jimmy Butler appears to show up.
Now here's Curry. Gets the 3 ball to go. Curry's got 6.
Now that hurts. You work all that time on defense, and Steph throws up something like that kills you.
And it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Murray against Butler. From deep, Jokic. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
Jokic answering with authority, just letting them know that he can do that too.
And here's Payton. He's scoreless. Pass to Butler. Green, a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Butler with the ball. Checked by Murray. Here's Green. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Now, Draymond's energy, guess what? It's here. It's in the game right now, and he's attacking.
Murray passes to Jokic. The offensive rebound. Here's Brown. And he hits it to tie the game. He's got 5.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Outside Curry. Outside Payton. Lets a 3 fly. He's off on that one. Murray from outside. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. It's a tie game in the Bay Area. After this break. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And from what we've seen here from the Warriors, what's your take so far?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
On the court for Denver. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the 3. The Warriors trailing. You know, not too many teams have the stability at head coach as the Warriors have had, Brent.
Well, I'm not sure there's ever been a more perfect fit for a team than Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors. There's been a magical run in the Bay Area, and you just look at the type of connectivity he has with his players, and again, how much joy these Warriors play with.
Brent, you could hit the 3 back in your day, and no doubt, Stephen Curry is the best three-point shooter in league history. What makes him so good for the league?
To me, BA, it comes down to the way that Steph goes about his habits in practice. If you ever watch footage of him in pregame warm-ups or in the offseason, there is so much variability in what he does in terms of preparing his feet and hands to shoot the basketball. There's no one that practices the way that Steph does. And there's no one that produces the way that he does either.
Here's Green, following the score by Denver. Back to Payton. Curry, a screen on Murray. Here's Payton. And he drops it in from the low post. Payton's got his first bucket in this one.
That's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
The Warriors shooting only 42%. Green for 3. Brown grabs the board. The Nuggets have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. And Jokic throws it down.
Now, so polished in his all-around game, I'm not surprised to see Jokic roaring down there on the fast break.
Curry on the drive. Pass to Payton. The kick out, Curry. Here's the pick from deep. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now. Murray with it. Payton covering. And it's Gary Payton the second with a foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Murray. Dives for it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Butler. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Murray looking around, just 5 to shoot. Pulls up on the wing. Brent, something we've all noticed lately. Is the small ball era starting to wind down?
Well, BA, I think in people's minds when you say small ball, they're thinking about 6'1" guys on the court. That's not what we're talking about. It's the skilled game, and I don't think the small ball skilled game is going anywhere anytime soon.
Here's Brown, 5 points in the game. Murray, no good. Golden State has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Payton attacking. Outside for Green. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. 1:52 left in the second quarter. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
And something I remember from their last outing, he was excellent at the charity stripe.
Now here's Jokic. 7 points in the game. Pass to Watson. Plenty of room to knock down that one. Watson's gotten 4 this quarter.
And that's what he's known for, right? His ability to scan the floor and find open guys.
Outside Curry. Oh, nice job in the paint from Curry. Denver in the lead. 1:14 left in the first half. They set the pick. Here's Jokic. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Now here's Green. Oh, look at Green getting his inside. And here are the Nuggets now. 43 seconds left in the second. Here's Brown. He's covered by Curry. With the floater. The rebound by Post. The Warriors have gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Butler with the ball. He's against Watson. Payton with it. Checked by Gordon. Ooh, stolen by Murray. And they're pushing it up. And Gordon with the big finish.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. The 3 from Curry. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's Denver up by 4. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Man, it's been quite a game for Stephen Curry.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
They've got Moses Moody, Brandon Pajemski out there with Buddy Hield. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis, and it's Kuminga in at the 4. And that's the group for Steve Kerr as we begin the second half. And the bucket is good. Warriors trail by 4. Pass to Moody. Jackson-Davis' screen. 5 on the clock. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees.
At the line for the Dubs, Trace Jackson.
Ball matters.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it.
Oh, nice!
Look at the bench.
Down.
I mean, the bench is going nuts. I know it's just 2, but man, that's a nice 2. Westbrook with the insane creativity.
Hield on the wing, pounded by Westbrook. Westbrook against Hield.
Well, Hield's so athletic, and right there you get to see it for your own eyes.
The Nuggets lead by 4. Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Pass to Porter. Down low. Jacks up a 3. He can't hit that time.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Jackson Davis, a screen. Moses Moody up strong for the jam.
Now, that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
For the tie. Close in. Moses Moody.
They really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting tonight.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
2 shots.
So many close calls in every game. The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And the first one at the line is good. And that's good as he hits both shots. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Jackson Davis a screen. Pajemski. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Here's Strawther, defended by Pajemski. Strawther, no good. The Warriors have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Right side Moody. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Moody's got 6 points in the quarter.
With the assist.
The Nuggets have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. What a rookie year for Brandon Pajemski. A seamless transition into the league.
They talk about a guy who could come in and contribute right away. I remember the stretch last year. He had 3 straight games with double-doubles without a turnover. Now, that's some heady play for a rookie. Pajemski, he's got a great calmness and a great demeanor about him, but always willing to make the next play. Now, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Out to Heel, to the wing, right side. Here's Jackson Davis, back to Heel. Just 4 to shoot. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Buddy Hield just has such an incredibly quick trigger.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff, and you got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
And the shot goes. Strawther's got 9 points here in the second half. 41 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Now Pajemski, still without a bucket. Oh, Westbrook with a block.
And Russell just bringing it right now on defense.
Here's Najee, throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one on Hield. Denver shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. And the free throw, no good. Warriors trail by 8. And that's an intentional foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Second team foul.
That one's off.
At the line for the Warriors, Jonathan Kuminga.
And he sinks the second. The Nuggets lead by 7. Here's Strother. He's got 9. Outside Porter. Overhealed. And it's Denver with another.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter, just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build in a fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And for the Nuggets, they're shooting 61% for the game, knocking them down. And Denver, looking at who they've got to start the fourth. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Watson in at the small forward position.
And a statement from Jamal, when he gets that kind of room, he's capable of throwing it down.
Curry against Gordon. Pass to Green. And stolen by Murray. And the foul called on Draymond Green. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Murray. Now here's Jokic. The Warriors pull it in.
All alone from mid-range. You gotta think he's kicking himself.
Oh! Green dropping the hammer!
If he can get his steps together, Draymond Green will throw it down.
And it's Murray with the ball for Denver. Back to Jokic. Here's Brown. He's covered by Curry. A shot by Brown, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Gordon. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
On the wing, Curry, defended by Watson. Outside Curry, 6 to shoot. The 3 ball. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Gordon. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists now in this one. Curry with it. He's against Watson. Curry, that's good.
Curry's found his groove out there, and that's a scary thought.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. A nice shot by Watson. And the Nuggets lead by 11.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score. This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Tries to keep it alive. Curry from deep three-point land. The long-distance 3 is buried.
It just doesn't matter. Once Steph crosses half court, he's in range.
Brown passes to Jokic. Jokic slashes his way inside. Soft touch off the glass.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Green, a screen. Here's Curry. Second chance shot. That one is off. Good work defensively by Gordon. A minute 31 left in the fourth. Gordon with a screen on Butler. Here's Brown. He's covered by Curry. Brown's shot is good. And now a 12-point Nugget lead.
The floater can be a tricky shot, but that's the right choice.
Now here's Butler, guarded closely. Pass to post. Launches it from deep. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. The Nuggets lead by 12.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Nuggets.
Absolute fireworks display. High-scoring game. They were unstoppable, Grant.
Yeah, just relentless from start to finish, and the pace was furious. Ultimately, they wore out the other team.
And what a huge performance it was for Nikola Jokic.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
Here's Brown. And a nice finish on the layup.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Curry's shot is off.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Good.
They really came in with the right mindset today. And I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Here's Watson. Can't connect. So no problem for Denver as they get the win. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're...
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Allie.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the fist. Let him ride
NBA. Basketball. And now the New York Knicks starters. Achua is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. And for the Warriors, they've got Jimmy Butler. Stephen Curry's out there with Gary Payton II. Then there's Moses Moody. And it's Green in at the 5 down low. Well, both these teams, of course, Greg, strong and rebounding. Should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss. How about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
Outside, Towns. It's stolen by Green. To the middle. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Payton.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now, here's Achua. Hart with the screen for Anunoby. Off target with his 3. Looking around. That one falls.
And Curry makes the floater look so sweet. You just assume that it's going in the minute he releases it.
RJ, with how well Curry continues to play, I'm not sure his three-point record will ever be broken.
It's going to be tough to do. But even if it does, I think Steph will still be regarded as the best shooter we have ever seen, simply because how he changed the game.
Curry. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And you know with Curry, what impresses me most is his efficiency. That's not something we normally see in a high-volume jump shooter. Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Curry brings the double. Butler with the steal. No one near Payton as he lets it go. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Anunoby with it. Now Payton defending. 3-pointer. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
It's taken away by Payton. And here we go. Fast break. Payton's got it. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Now, here's Moody. Defense right on him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the slam by Moody.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Pass to Anunoby. Towns sets the pick for Anunoby. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
And it's Gary Payton II with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And there's a minute 45 left in the first. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I caught up with Coach Steve Kerr. Now, we both had the same topic, Mikal Bridges, and the impact he can have on the game. Coach told me he's someone we've talked about for sure. You can't let him out-hustle us. That's when he does the most damage. We'll see if they can match Bridges' energy. Guys?
Thank you, David. Hart, wide open. He fires. A three-pointer is right on target.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
Outside Butler. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Hart.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Golden State foul.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And they're making their own luck with how hard they're playing, forcing turnovers and turning that into offense.
Warriors leading by 3. Outside Curry. Butler in the corner. Back to Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Good on the three-point shot. Curry's got 9.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
Anunoby passes to Hart. Anunoby against Curry. Fires from 14. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. They lead by 4. Green with a screen on Bridges. Curry can't get it to go.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
And the last shot before the buzzer is off. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Stephen Curry's out there with Peyton. Then there's Draymond Green. Then it's Butler. And it's Moody in at the small forward. That's the Warriors' 5. Just 3 to shoot. From deep, Jimmy Butler!
And this is why Butler is so dangerous. He's not afraid to take any shot if he likes the angle.
Here's Bridges. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Stephen Curry. Richard, one thing you don't see Mikal Bridges do is miss games. He is always out there.
I think it would take a lot to make him sit out of a game. He is committed to being there for his team. It's so impressive. I consider Mikal Bridges a high motor player. He's always ready to turn up his energy if he thinks it will help him get the better of him.
Now here's Curry. 9 points in the game so far. They set the pick. Lets the 3 fly. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. Down low. Towns kicks to Bridges. Towns the screen. Bridges against Butler. Anunoby outside. Over Curry. Anunoby, no good. Warriors leading by 7. Butler at the elbow. Butler finishing at the other end.
Yeah, and Butler is a menace to the defense partner. I don't think that was a petty or a managing. That was a facial.
And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. Hart with it. He has 5. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Bridges against Curry. Pass to Butler. Outside Curry. Green with a screen on Bridges. Shot clock at 5. Here's Curry. The Knicks pull it in. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition tape foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball.
And the next one puts them in the bonus.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Knicks trail by 7. Bridges with it. Butler covering. The kick out to Anunoby. There's a screen by Achua. Back to Bridges. Launches a 3. Drills it from outside. Bridges has got 5 now. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes, that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
Jimmy Butler. The play will be reviewed for NBA rules.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Pass to Achua. Hayden with the ball. Hart covering. Now, here's Moody. He's tightly guarded. He can't hit that time. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for New York. Only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Warriors leading by 4. And here we go. It's Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
And that's what they want to see from Butler. A take charge mindset. That desire to attack the rim.
Achua finds Anunoby. There's a screen by Achua. Anunoby, good. Anunoby's got his second basket of the game.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Curry against Bridges. They set the pick. Curry on the drive. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Payton. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Man, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Bridges left side. On the wing, Anunoby. Guarded by Kerr. The kick out to Towns. Nailed from three-point land. Towns has got his first 3 points of the game.
And drifting to the corner and finding some space, Towns can exploit any gap in a defense.
Here's Moody. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Anunoby outside. Good if it goes. And that one released in time, but no good. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Jimmy Butler, he's really been playing well.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. We've got Mitchell Robinson. Wright is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Akporti in at the 4-man position.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Here's Pajemski. And he goes in for the dunk.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Here's Wright, following the score by Golden State. McCourty fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
And as tired as they might be after fighting to tie it up, they have all the momentum now to finish this comeback. A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And, Richard, you just get the feeling that Jonathan Kuminga is finally starting to hit his stride, don't you?
It is all about opportunity in this league, Kevin. With more playing time and scoring chances, Kuminga has really blossomed, and he is not done getting better.
It's his first trip to the line.
Did he lay an egg at the stripe in their previous game? Couldn't get anything to drop.
The Warriors leading. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Pajemski finds Kuminga. For 3. Robinson pulls it in. New York's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. The kick out to Wright. Here's Huckporty. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
Pass to Kuminga. Back to Pajemski. Kuminga, screen on Brunson. Out to the right wing. Kuminga, no good.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Healed against Wright. Now Tucker. Inside. Here's Robinson. The Warriors pull it in.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's Santos. Pass to post. Healed outside. Kuminga sets a screen for Heald. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And the Warriors lead by 2.
Oh, he can shoot the lights out. Heald cashes in from long range.
And here's Brunson outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Brunson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Pajemski. Brunson covering. A shot by Pajemski, no good. Knicks have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Pass to Huckporty. Robinson against Kuminga. Robinson left side. The rebound by Heald. Golden State's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Shoots the 3. Cans it from downtown. Heald's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Warriors.
Outstanding jumper from Buddy.
Here's Brunson. Pass to Robinson. Stolen away. Pass break. Here we go. Kuminga with a wide open look. Off target from three-point range. New York's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13.
And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you. Owning those rebounds in the defensive end.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. There's a screen by Robinson. Here's Brunson. Brunson being aggressive.
And you can tell Brunson has been well coached. He knows just when to call for that pick and roll.
And here is Heald. He has 6. Outside, Kuminga. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Warriors ahead. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Payton is out there with Curry. Then there's Moody. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's Butler in at the 4 slot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Anunoby outside. Pass to Towns. Just 5 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. Count the basket. Towns has got it all tied up now for the Knicks.
So skilled working inside. Towns knows how to operate down low.
Here's Butler. Oh! Thrown down by Butler.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Anunoby outside. Outside, Towns. Over Green. And it's Towns missing.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Out to Payton. To the paint. Stolen by Anunoby. Over to the left wing. Towns for 3. Here's Achua. Back to Anunoby. Second chance shot. And Anunoby slams it in.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Butler sets a screen for Curry. The kick outside to Butler. Butler on the attack.
And continuing to add to his offense over time. Butler excels at breaking down the defense.
Anunoby against Curry. A deep 3 from Towns. That's tipped, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anunoby. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. Butler is screen on Bridges. Outside Curry. Pass to Moody. On the wing, Payton. 5 to shoot. Launches it. Knocks down the 3 ball. Now it's a 5-point Warrior lead.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Anunoby, good.
And the native of England, Anunoby doesn't back down from taking the big shots.
.152 left to play in the final quarter. Bridges with the steal. It's stolen by Curry. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
Green against Towns. He gets it in there. And it's now only a 1-point Warrior lead.
And this is why he's a go-to option. Towns enjoys getting the chance to come up big for his team.
Curry against Bridges. Outside Butler. That one doesn't drop. Bridges with some nice defense. And there's a foul that goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his 3rd foul of the game. We've got 1:18 left to play here in the 4th. Anunoby with the screen for Towns. Oh, my goodness, the slam!
Oh, my. Karl Anthony Towns with a little extra emphasis on that one.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
First free throw is good, and that ties the game up. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
Tremendous job at the line, as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
Towns, a screen on Butler. Here's Bridges. Some solid defense from Butler.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Curry with the steal. Pass to Butler.
Knicks foul. Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Warriors.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
Gets them to fall, and those are huge free throws. It's now a 2-possession game.
Anunoby with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Towns, the pass to Achua. New York, no good that time either. Here's Golden State now to the left side wing. Moody drains the three-pointer. They get a hand on it. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Anthony Towns. Free ball.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. So we see the Warriors get the win here. Probably a little close. All right, David, thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. And so for Rick.